Declan, your last video was garbage. You were my hero growing up, and I did nothing but worship you. It wasn't that complicated. Moving forward, you had a birthday. You are now the ripe old age of I don't really know how sensitive you are to that, like a lot of other people are, so better safe than sorry. Also, some show happened that everyone liked. I don't know, it had something to do with Bastards. I'm sure you were into it. Declan, we have been doing a whole lot of serious talk on Druthers Brothers lately. And that's okay. I mean, I feel like we have at least a little bit to offer to the realm of serious chat. After that sentence, I'm starting to reconsider. But I want to get back to why we started this channel. Let's talk film. I recently watched two films separated by 22 years. Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Declan, you and I loved Jurassic Park when we were kids, just like every other kid. Maybe not as much as all the other kids who eventually grew up to become filmmakers who basically worshipped Steven Spielberg. We weren't raised to revere or really even like Steven Spielberg, which in retrospect is a huge mistake. His contribution to film is unquestionably significant. I think it was his commercial appeal that made Dad not like him, but we really liked him. But his films are just good, and there's no real way around it. They're well directed, well cut, the characters are really intriguing, the acting is really good, and the stories always just sort of hook you. There's an intangible magic that in the end adds up to a sum that is better than the already extraordinary parts. This is where Jurassic World deviates. I want to admit something before going any further. This isn't a film review because I didn't finish the film. I couldn't finish it. It made me feel like I didn't want to finish it. I think my main mistake was watching them one after the other. Declan, if my inability to stay with the film till the very end nullifies everything I'm about to say, I'll allow it. And here's the thing, I mean, we fancy ourselves filmmakers, right? I'm the last person who wants to denigrate anyone for making a film. I know how hard it is. Hundreds, if not thousands, of incredible artists worked on both of these films. I want to make very clear that my criticisms of this film is based solely as an audience member and the level to which each film enchanted me. But wow. I mean, we'll just say that the magic of the park was lost in the world. And I want to be clear on something. I'm not one of those people that believes that the magic of film is fading, that the use of digital over film is sort of ruining the canvas, that the stories are universally incapable of conjuring any sort of magic. In short, that film is dying. I'm doing it again. I'm getting off topic. Jurassic World looked beautiful. The score brought back a sense of sentimentality that was born in the park. And of what I saw, the visuals were crisp and the VFX were incredibly impressive. But that is all. Jurassic Park was filled with quirky characters and fun dialogue. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough. These characters push things forward at a breakneck speed and deliver these lines with fantastically fun charisma. Characters like Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, are exactly what's wrong with Jurassic World. He's fun and strange and brilliant, but doesn't take himself too seriously. I mean, Richard Attenborough, for God's sake. They got one of the greatest naturalists in the history of planet Earth. Nailed it. They got his brother to play a man trying to resuscitate an extinct group of animals. I mean, how genius is that? Meanwhile, Jurassic World is just riddled with really, really terrible cliches like the I'm too busy, attractive assistant, I'm a bored, dramatic teenager who's too cool for school. Do we need more of those movies? Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe a movie like Jurassic Park can only be made in an era that incubated it. I mean, frivolity in the face of terror and farcical events that probably would have taken the audience out of the film if it was made today. Like, Declan, do you remember when Samuel L. Jackson's arm falls out of the wall and lands on Laura Dern? I mean, that is straight out of like Monty Python or something. Declan, what do you think? Is film heading in a direction where this sort of silliness doesn't play anymore? Should we stop trying to make sequels to films that so totally and completely captured our imaginations in our childhood? Or in the end, is it simpler than all of this, and those that called for the good old days are actually right, and film is dying? We'd love to hear from all of you in the comments below about what you think. Declan, happy birthday, and I love you.